I'm Mario Schraepen. I'm the founder and chief believer of LinkedCar. I don't call myself CEO. That's for old-fashioned people. And our mission is actually to connect all old automotive legacy dealer systems into one centralized, easy-to-use application, so that the dealer finally has one kind of single overview of the customer. The main goal of all the dealers is to have a better understanding of their own customers. And because you have a better understanding of the customer, you can sell even more. And their dealer management systems, most of the time, are quite old and clunky, those legacy systems. And they're not quite open. APIs, they do not exist. So we needed to find a way to integrate those old legacy systems into the new world, into the Salesforce world. So when we look at the business point of view, so we had that standalone Salesforce application, and then you had the different systems from a dealer perspective. We couldn't sell any license of our applications that we've built on top of Salesforce if there was no integration. There was no other option than to integrate. As a startup, if we didn't had any integration at all, we didn't had any monthly recurring revenue whatsoever. When we were searching for an integration platform, we looked at, I think, 5 different options. And 3 of them, we did a kind of small proof of concept. I think the most important thing was the flexibility, so that we were in control because we were setting up the integration, and it needed to integrate with a lot of applications because the automotive world is really diverse. One dealer uses most of the time 8 systems to close a deal, which is really insane. So for one dealer, we already need to integrate 8 different systems. So it needs to be fast. It needs to be, scalable. Also really important. We want to replicate this over the entire world, so it needs to be scalable. And that were one of the reasons that we've chosen actually for Workato, because also you don't need to write any code. You can write code if you're really a techie. It's possible, but it's not needed. So everyone here in our team, they can read whatever is going on with the integration. That's something that I really, really love. The fact that Workato is so visually attractive, which means that everyone can read a little bit of, it's not code, of course, but read whatever is going on. That's also a plus. So yes, there was a discussion, shall we build it by ourselves? But that was off the table in 5 minutes because we want to grow rapidly, and we can't control that internally if we don't have a good product. I think when you're considering integrating with another application, most startups think, I'll do it myself, because people are already on your payroll. Let them create an integration. Now, I would say stop thinking about that and think about scalability. I think it's better to think future-wise on scalability and use a standard product that is known for integration. I mean, otherwise you need to reinvent the wheel again. And when we were talking in the beginning with Workato, it was totally the opposite than what we've seen before. Customer support was brilliant. When we had a question, I think the answer was there in 1 hour, 2 hours, or if it was more complicated, we had an answer in a day or something. You have a good product, a great product, and then you have great customer support that gives confidence. So okay, but when I have a problem, I can always reach out to customer support, and they're really willing and helping us in a really fast way. So with Kato, they want to understand your business, and they want to promote your business also to other partners as well. They think along with you, and they also search for new business opportunities together with you. So that's something that I really, really like. What we do today is we we have those different dealers, and they have those different legacy systems. And what we also do with those legacy systems, it's a bidirectional synchronization. So Mercato is providing us now the possibility actually to sell our platform that we have as a out-of-the-box solution. So we don't need to have a full integration team sitting with the customer and saying, hey, we can integrate with a system. No, we already done that. And wait a second, within half a day, we can set it up and boom, you're working with the application. We need to make a difference in the automotive world. And I think the difference can be made by having an integration with a lot of other partners, a lot of old systems, because if you go to our competitors, they don't have that, or it's difficult for them to set up something like this. And we have it out of the box. So that's a huge, huge, huge game changer. It makes the life of our salespeople a lot happier, a lot easier, because it's not just saying, hey, we could integrate. No, we already have an integration. With the help of Workato, we can also determine what kind of fields are not filled in correctly. And that's something that is brand new. And that's something that we just realized, I think a couple of weeks ago, that this could also be a package that we can sell. We now have a new offering to potential new customers that we weren't aware of in the beginning when we were not working with Workato yet. So yes, that's quite interesting to see, to be honest. They go bananas if they see what is going on in their legacy system. And especially if we are not only showing the legacy system, but combining it with information from lease, insurance, or whatever, then a whole new world is opening up for them. And marketing loves it. I mean, now they have really the opportunity to see what kind of cars have been bought by whom, when will the lease end for that car, etc., etc. Who was passing by for having an extra quote for a new car, whatever. I mean, it's unbelievable what kind of new doors are opening up for them. And they couldn't believe that in the beginning.